Alright guys, so I'm back over here making videos because our table's gone. For the winter we put it away in a shed just so snow doesn't get on it and such. So I'm going to have to hold the chrono and show you guys. I might be able to chrono through here. But anyways, this is a King Arms M4. This is a friend's gun. He's local to me. And he basically just wanted a budget build. He wanted something that shot above 350 FPS. At 25-30 rounds a second. So this is a King Arms base, and it is the Colt licensed version. Now these are really cool. I don't know why these guns aren't as popular as a lot of the other guns out there, like G&Gs and stuff. These are more expensive for sure, but these trademarks are beautiful. Now I got my brother a G&P lower receiver that had these markings on it back. It was like two years ago, maybe 3, for Christmas. I had built him an AEG low receiver, and he built an AEG out of it, and that's what he uses to this current day. But these Colt receivers are pretty hard to find. G&P makes one that's kind of a kind of a gray color like this, and then Colt makes, or King Arms makes one of these as well, with this kind of gray color. Cyma, they make one, but it's black, so with white lettering, which this is how the real one is, not black with white lettering. So this is a little bit more realistic, more rare as well. So let's just start from the front, go to the back. So we got a Falcon suppressor on here, no foam or anything. I believe the inner barrel goes to like right here. He's got a Daniel Defense Omega rail system on this. My friend has one of these, but it's shorter, so this is probably a 12-inch, I would presume. I don't see, well, 12. Yeah. Yep. Omega 12. They're okay rails. It was loose, so I had to tighten some screws for him. It's an okay rail. It doesn't really tickle my fancy per se because it's kind of wide, you know. Actually, it's tall rather than wide, because you can see how here there's a lot of space between the top and the bottom, and it's not wide. It's tall. It's got a Magpul RBG on the front here. It's also got a flashlight, J Rich, obviously some Chinese copy. It works, battery's a little low. It's got a quick detach mount and everything. Don't know if this is going to be an indoor gun or not, but he had this on here. I think it shoots like 355, so he could play with it indoor if he wanted to. And then obviously the metal body on here with the really cool trademarks. I can't express enough how I like this body. It's so nice. Standard selector switch. It actually has a functioning bolt lock too, right there, which is cool. Dust cover and everything. The sight on here is a replica Trigicon MRO. I don't like it. It does turn on, I believe. I'm getting caught. Yeah, it turns on, but it's pretty dim. Yeah, you have to turn the brightness way up to see it, but nonetheless, it does work. It's got adjustment knobs there. It probably just needs a new battery. It's an interesting sight. You don't see them that often. I don't really care for it. It does have a honeycomb on the front, so it would protect from BBs, which is cool, so you won't get it shot out. Standard pistol grip, ambi sling mount, metal buffer tube, LE stock. Basic stuff. It was front wired, so I assume it came with one of the crappy handguards with the triangle sight. He had this on there when he gave it to me, but I rear wired it to Dean's. Internally wise, I put a Crytek 30K motor in here, SHS 1301 gears, Lonex sector chip. It's got a Crytek spring in here that came out of a PDW, so it's probably a 110, 120 maybe. I put a SHS middle rack piston and a Lonex. I used the stock piston head. I tried the Lonex. The FPS was lower than what it should be, so I put the stock one back in, and it didn't really improve. So it is what it is there. Hop-up wise, it has the stock inner barrel, I believe. Maybe it was upgraded. I think this might have a Mad Bull 601. I cannot remember, quite honestly. It's got a stock hop-up unit and a stock buck unit. I think it's a stock barrel too. I think it was all stock. We were just going for a budget build and not doing any hop-up stuff. Just gearbox stuff. Battery that I have in here is a 1300 milliamp 25 to 50 C. This is actually what I use in my Scorpion Evo. If you noticed on, I think it was a few videos, actually it was my last video. Well, I don't know what order this video is going to come out in, but it was one of my videos with the 35 rounds a second Crytek high-speed M4. I used one of these type of batteries in that, and I told you guys I was ordering more because I used them in my Scorpion Evo, and that other one was bloated like crazy. So I bought 2 of them, wired one to Dean's. I'm going to use it in my Scorpion Evo, and, you know, this for the shooting test, but I also ordered a second one, which I'm just going to leave to Mia and probably sell off. But yeah, so we got that in there. Standard trigger contacts. Nothing crazy. That's probably maybe a little over 25 rounds a second. I'll put it through the chrono here. He's going to use, I think, a little bit less power of an 11.1, a little bit less C rating. So yeah, it's a great gun overall. So let's go ahead and shoot it. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it through the chrono here. 0.2s, 354, 354, 353, 354, 353, 352, 349, 348, 348, 348, 336. So that was a drop. It dropped for some reason. Very consistent otherwise. Let's get another shot through it. 351, 348, 348. So it just dropped one shot. It dropped by like 10. Other than that, it's hovering around 348, 355. So 348 is 1.13 joules with a 0.2. See if I can get a rate of fire reading on this. 27 rounds a second, 355 feet per second. So it's holding its FPS. 355 is 1.18 joules with the 2, and 27 rounds a second. So pretty much smack dab right in the middle where the goal of this was. 350 is perfect. He could take it indoor. They would allow it. Full auto, he can play outdoor, you know, no problem. So I got a Vietnam style mag brand with 2 5s. Alright, I got a magazine full of .3s just to test with high cap. Pretty crappy high cap as well. Oh yeah, feed's fine. The BBs are dropping quite a bit because, again, these are .3s. Yeah, see, this thing's definitely going to be a monster for outdoor use. You put .25s in a high cap, you're going to be getting probably a good 180 feet range out of it. And as you can hear, it's shimmed really nicely. It's just smooth as all get out. Alright, it's out. Man, this thing just shoots them out there. These are .25s, if I didn't mention, so they shoot a lot better. It's hopping fine. Trigger response is pretty good. You can hit somebody a good 2 or 3 times pretty quickly. That's just so good. If you have any questions about this gun or anything else, let me know. It's awesome overall.